Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this first of many that I hope to do of Creating a Better World guided meditation. So just a very, very big thank you to every single one of you for making the time to join tonight. I'm going to try and keep it as short and tight as possible, and I wish to end on time. If I do go a few minutes over, please do forgive me. This is the first one. So just to frame it up, I just really want to start off by saying that I'm sure each and every one of you do want to create a better world, and I'm sure each and every one of you do see how much is wrong in the world at the moment, and there's a lot of negativity in the media, there's a lot of negativity out there, and wherever you turn to speak in general to people, you'll find them bringing up negative things. And the point I want to make tonight is that the law of attraction is a universal law which never deviates. It's always consistent. And whether you believe in it or not is irrelevant. It applies. And if you don't think about that a lot, then tonight is the night that you need to hear this in these words. The law of attraction in simple terms, and you may have heard this before, but I'm going to say it many times. It says, you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. Now, I'm going to say it in a different way so that the message really lands with you. You get what you think about, even if you don't want it. I'll say it again. You get what you think about, even if you don't want it. There's no law of exclusion. There's only a law of attraction. So when I say you get what you think about, even if you don't want it, as awful as this sounds, and tonight is a message of hope. That's the purpose of tonight, to start off this guided meditation series. It's a message of hope. But before we get to being positive about hope, we all need to really accept 100% responsibility for the part that we play in the law of attraction, which is you get what you think about, even if you don't want it. So the awareness needs to really rise to another level now with all of you here. Every single one of you, I cannot thank you enough for being here, because you are taking a step. You don't know how or what to wipe, potentially. You don't even know what I'm going to say tonight, but you've taken the step to be here. And I thank you for that. And I don't know what name you want to call yourself, but I'm going to tell you that you are what I would term light workers. And what I mean by light workers is you are going to potentially become more and more the light in your little world, wherever your community, family, friendship circle, work circle is. You are the person who needs to bring the light. And I want to bring more people like this together to encourage and inspire more people to become a message of hope. When all people are talking about negative things, you need to share potentially what I'm sharing here with you tonight. You need to share the same message that I'm sharing with you to other people. And it's a message of hope. It's about the law of attraction. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So you get what you think about, even if you don't want it. So let's not talk about what we don't want anymore. So I'm from South Africa, if you haven't worked that out by now. And our indigenous culture, there's the Bushman. And I'll tell you about the Bushman. And I'm telling you this applies to what I believe. I'm not 100% certain, but I really believe I'm probably right, that all indigenous cultures around the world do the same thing as the Bushman. When the Bushmen they live in the desert, right? When they need rain, they need water, they do not talk about the drought. They do a rain dance. They actually have a celebratory fire ceremony where they dance around the fire, and like they are really praising and worshiping and thanking the rain that they wish to receive. So basically what I'm saying is they use visualization, and they use gratitude, and they use what I call dreaming. They dream the rain into becoming. They if they were short of food, they would think of food and dream about food. So I call it dreaming. It's fantastic. We've got 24 people. Welcome everyone who's coming on bit by bit as we go along. So the purpose of these guided meditations is for each of us as a collective group to do what the indigenous people have done for thousands of years in every area and corner of the world, is to dream of the world we wish to create. Because as long as we talk about the lack of freedoms, if we talk about war, violence, unfairness, discrimination, hardship, whatever it is that bothers you, we are literally giving it energy and fueling it. And the more we talk about it, the more energy we give it. And the more energy we give it, the more momentum we create. And then what happens is you have a collective group of people all over the world, everywhere, who are focusing on what's wrong. And every time we talk about it, we are literally visualizing and creating it more. So the only way to create a better world is to dream it into becoming that thing. So I'm going to do that with you tonight. So when I said I'm going to ask you to unmute your mics, please jump in. I want to do this as quickly as possible so we've got more time to meditate than we have to talk. I want to ask anyone, jump on right now. If you had to create a better world, tell me what is the one thing you would change. Just jump on and tell me quickly in 5 words or less. What's the one thing you would change? Quickly, go.
Tolerance.
Tolerance. Now, thank you. Now I want you to give me very briefly, like 10 words or less, what is the picture you see when you talk about tolerance?
That people are respecting differences and they are actually seeing the differences as opportunities for growth.
Thank you.
So everybody fits in.
Sorry?
Everybody fits in effortlessly.
Thank you. Next person. What's the one thing you would change to create a better world?
Greed.
Anita?
Greed.
Okay, so you mean removal of greed.
Yes.
Can you please tell me in about 10 words or less, what is the picture you see when you talk about the removal of greed?
Enough for everybody to be safe and healthy and nourished. So everyone can then thrive from that point.
Thank you very much. Next person. What's the one thing you would do to create a better world?
To give hope so that everyone have hope.
Thank you. In 10 words or less, give me the picture you see when you talk about hope.
So that just irrespective of whatever challenges each of them face, they always just keep striving on to get, I don't know, whatever they want or happiness, or just basically not give up.
Okay, just give it to me again. So I'm going to write not give up because that was short. What else is in the picture there of hope?
I
Said
think
respect something.
Basically not giving up. So irrespective of whatever challenges come up, they just keep going on and just trying.
Oh, so like we face our challenges.
Yeah.
And persist and keep going.
Yes.
Beautiful. To create a better world.
Yep.
Perfect. Next person. What's the one thing you would change?
Happy, inclusive, loving society.
And Gloria, give me 10 words or less. What's the picture you see?
Just everybody getting along and not discriminating against one another for choices that they're making.
Okay, I want 2 more. Anybody? Because we haven't heard yet.
Not violence.
Sophie, just talk. Don't have to raise your hand, sweetheart.
Equality.
Okay, in 10 words or less, what's the picture you see?
Diverse people coming together and living to their potential.
Okay, your mic went soft. Diverse people coming together to?
Live their potential.
Okay. One last person.
Resilience in children.
Thank you. And Christine, what's the picture you see? 10 words or less.
Children that cope with the world in a kind and compassionate way.
Beautiful. All right. That's it. If anyone thinks there's something really, really, really burningly urgent that you need to add, just one, I will take it. If you're happy with what's been said, we'll meditate. Paul.
I would like to dream of health. I want to see everybody being absolutely healthy in a holistic way and with skin and appearance glowing from health and happiness.
Okay, beautiful. If I may just, yeah.
Sorry, I also have one, and it feels important. Truth, transparency, and honesty, to shine light on the darkness, so we're only dealing with the truth.
Okay, truth, transparency, and honesty.
Shining light on the darkness, so we are only dealing with the truth and reality. I don't know if dealing with, but so that everything is transparent and honest.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can read my own writing. So the first one is tolerance, people respecting differences as opportunities for growth. Everybody fits in. Removal of greed, enough for everybody to be safe and healthy and nourished. Hope, not giving up, facing our challenges and keep going to creating a better world. Inclusive and loving society. Inclusive and loving society. Everybody getting along and not discriminating for choices they are making.
Justice as well.
Just a second. Equality, diverse people coming together to live their highest potential. Resilience with children that cope with the world in a kind and something way with a P.
Compassionate.
Passionate way?
Compassionate.
Oh, compassionate way.
Yeah.
Kind and compassionate way. Health, everybody healing
Justice
in a
as
holistic
well.
way. Just hold on a second, Margot. Truth, transparency, and honesty. Striving. No. Shedding the light on the darkness. Is that what you said? Shining light on the darkness.
Yeah, that was for truth, transparency, and honesty.
That we are only dealing with the truth and reality. Margot, sorry, just quickly, what did you say?
I said justice for everyone.
Perfect. All right, guys.
Everyone able to fulfill their potential.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to use this in the meditation. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put you all onto mute again. And then for those who are new, I'm just going to do something called the 3-2-1 method. Just follow the words. You don't have to know anything beforehand. But as I go through each of these that we've written down here, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. At the end of each one, I'm going to ask you to say thank you 3 times. So I'm going to ask you to visualize this as if it is already here. Remember, the law of attraction says you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So if we visualize this as a collective group, we're putting so much energy into that becoming the future, that becoming the world we want. So we're going to visualize that. I'll give you some time. And then I'm going to just say thank you 3 times. And if you want to, I recommend it. You put your hand on your heart and in your mind, you say thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you say thank you, imagine it being said from your heart, not your mouth or your mind, from your heart out, and really try to feel the emotion of gratitude for that we've just visualized. Okay? Are you ready? All right, keep your cameras on. Please don't run away with your cameras. I like your cameras on. It helps guide me. Okay. I just need a thumbs up. Even though it's very soft, I just want to know if you can hear this. Thank you, Sophie. Like a silhouette there. Okay. Find a comfortable sitting position. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine the number 3 times. Number 3 is for physical relaxation. To relax your body from head to toes in a matter of seconds. I'd like you to focus on the top of your head, the very top of your scalp, and slowly, bit by bit, imagine and feel your body relaxing from head all the way down to your toes. Feel it like a wave of relaxation again from the top of your head, flowing all the way down your arms and down to your fingertips, down your chest, your abdomen, through your hips and thighs, all the way down to your toes. Now take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine the number 2 3 times. Number 2 is for mental relaxation, where noises will not distract you. Noises will help you to relax mentally more and more. In order to relax mentally, I'm going to ask you to imagine a very passive and tranquil scene. Imagine in front of you a beautiful, still lake. Nothing is moving. Everything is calm, quiet, and still. Your mind matches that calm, still lake. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine the number 1 3 times. You are now at level 1. This is your ideal level of relaxation. To help you relax mentally more and more, physically more and more, I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. On each descending number, feel yourself going deeper, meaning that you're relaxing deeper and deeper. 10, 9, feel going deeper. 8, 7, 6, deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3, deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You're now at your ideal place of relaxation. You feel totally relaxed. And now we're going to dream or visualize creating a better world, knowing that the only way we will ever create a better world is to dream it into being. So I'd like you to visualize now, in any way that's appropriate for you, more tolerance everywhere in the world, starting in your own home, moving out to your immediate circle, and just notice that tolerance spreading. And notice it spreading all over the world. People being more tolerant. People respecting differences and seeing them as opportunities for growth. With more and more tolerance, everybody fits in. See people loving each other, hugging each other, accepting each other. And as that feels right to you, just put your hand on your heart and say in your mind as strongly as you can, thank you, 3 times. Thank you for the tolerance. And now I want you to imagine, in whichever way you see this, the removal of greed at every level, starting with you, in your own household, in your immediate circle. And as that spreads and individuals remove greed themselves, inside themselves, it starts to show up in corporations, in governments, in institutions. See that there is enough for everybody to be safe and healthy and nourished. See wealth measured by how much you give, not by how much you get. See sharing and giving as the currency that we use. And as you look around, knowing that there's no more greed and there's enough for everybody, just put your hand on your heart and just say thank you from your heart space 3 times. And now I want you to imagine hope in the world. You personally being a beacon of hope. You a significant leader and dealer of hope. And as you share and spread more hope, it flows out into your family, into your inner circle. See yourself influencing people and giving them hope and them saying to you, wow, when I spend time with you, I have so much more hope. See this spreading all over the world. People not giving up. People facing the challenges they need to face to create a better world and just keep going and persisting until the world they want to create is created. Never giving up. Never giving up on humanity. No matter what is going on, we never give up. We will continue to have hope and deal and share and spread hope. And as you see people hopeful all around you, put your hand on your heart and just say thank you 3 times for all this hope that's been created. And now I want you to imagine, in any way that's fit for you, a world that's inclusive and loving, where everybody is getting along. See this first in your own life, that you are inclusive and loving with everybody. See it in your own home, being inclusive and loving, everybody getting along. And then see it spreading out to your inner circle. And notice how it's spreading all over the world. People are being more inclusive, more loving as a society. Everybody getting along and not discriminating for choices that they are making. Feel how good it feels to know that you are respected for your choices. And so you should be. And so is everybody else respected for their choices. And not being discriminated against. And seeing people making good choices, safe choices, kind choices, choices that are correct for themselves, their health, their bodies, their families. And as you see this inclusive and loving society, just put your hand on your heart and just say thank you 3 times. And now I want you to imagine a world of equality. Diverse people coming together to live their highest potential. See yourself as a role model of equality, standing for equality, speaking up for equality, being courageous enough to take a stand for equality. And see it reflected in your home, in your inner circle. And out in society at large. And as you see and visualize all diverse people coming together with love, acceptance, kindness, harmony, peace, respecting each other, being free. Put your hand on your heart and say thank you 3 times. And now I'd like you to imagine one of the most important things we could dream and imagine. Children. Resilience in children. Children having coping mechanisms. Children having tools and techniques to be empowered, to think for themselves, to make safe choices. Children that are able to cope in this world in a kind and compassionate way. Imagine children talking about compassion, actually using the word compassion with their friends. At the children level, teaching each other compassion, reminding their parents about compassion. And being kind. See these with the children that are in your immediate circle, whether they're your own children, relatives, friends' children, family. Visualize them being resilient, coping in this world in a kind and compassionate way. and see those children being leaders and leading by example and influencing other children to also cope in this world in a kind and compassionate way. And just notice as you look around, children all over the world are talking about compassion, are really making an effort to be kind, and they are creating truly a better world. And just say thank you 3 times. And now, imagine health. Everybody healing in a holistic way. See yourself healing, improving your own health in a holistic way, knowing that your attitude plays the biggest role in your personal health. Above all, see yourself healing yourself through mind-body healing, first and foremost, before resorting to any other chemical or drug or surgery or procedure. Your mind-body healing getting stronger and stronger, your ability to heal yourself in a holistic way. And as you do that, see how you influence people around you, in your family, in your immediate circle. And notice how holistic healing is spreading all over the world and really becoming a louder voice, helping people understand the power of their own mind and mind-body healing. And as you see people healing in a holistic way, just put your hand on your heart and just say thank you 3 times. And now I want you to notice truth, transparency, and honesty becoming values that you live by, regardless of any circumstances, any pressure, any threats. Truth, transparency, and honesty in your own life. And as you do that, how you influence your family, making a difference, seeing them displaying more truth, transparency, and honesty, and how that influences your inner circle. And now you notice society at large are being affected by this, and also talking about these values and demonstrating more truth, more transparency, and more honesty, shining light on the darkness, and that we end up over time sticking to this, dealing with truth and only truth, and truth becomes the reality. And as you see powerful leaders standing up, talking about truth, transparency, and honesty now, and influencing even more people, put your hand on your heart and just say thank you 3 times. And last but not least, I want you to imagine justice for everyone and everything. Justice for people, justice for animals, justice for nature. See everything and everyone being respected and being able to live their full potential. Animals have rights too. Nature has rights too. And as we see justice for everyone in our own life first, and how we influence people with that, and now see the whole world living like that, respecting everyone, every animal, every part of nature. How good that feels. And put your hand on your heart and say thank you 3 times. And now I'd like you just to visualize yourself as being a leader and dealer in hope. This is about hope and spreading hope. You are a light worker. You are spreading light in a world where there's darkness. Be the light. Have the courage to be the light and see yourself leading by example and spreading hope. And then I want you just to commit to yourself that every day, even if it's for just 5 minutes a day, you're going to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and visualize a better world, knowing that every time you do that, you are literally creating a better world. And whenever negative thoughts come in, or negative media, or stimulus, or people, that you take a stand, stop the conversation, and turn it into one of hope. And as you do this, you're getting stronger and stronger every day and becoming a leader and dealer in hope. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. At the count of 3, you'll open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling better than before. 1, 2, coming out slowly now. 3. Open your eyes, wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, Janine.
Thank you, Janine.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Janine and everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks,
Bye.
Janine.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Jenny,
Darlene.
and
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Where?
Janine.
Thank you.
That's great. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.